It's an exceptional MD like Jennifer Dyer who wants not just to treat, but to connect with her patients. On my Twitter feed, WCBA Dr. Brian, I asked doctors what they thought about social networking with patients. Dr. Coos didn't need 140 characters to get her point across. Hell no, she tweeted. El Gran Jefe, a chief resident in surgery at a teaching hospital in the United States, sent this. I wouldn't mix patients and Facebook friends. Like vectors, vertical and horizontal relationships can't intersect without internal impact. Well put, scientifically. Even med students seem very reluctant to cross this bridge. No way, tweets Jess L. Page. Many of my classmates are even changing their Facebook names so patients and staff docs can't find their profiles. And Akina Hayden sent this. I'm only a med student, but the idea of having patients as Facebook friends? I'd rather live without the internet. Coming from a modern med student, that's a major statement about wanting no part of Facebook friendship with patients. No surprise, then, that veteran family doctors like Paul Friedman agree.
Do you have a Facebook account?
Absolutely not. No, none. Zero.
Would you ever consider using a Facebook account to stay in touch with your patients?
Probably never. We've entertained the idea of staying in touch with patients in various ways. We will be in touch with patients at some point in the future, usually by either a website that's encrypted or some sort of secure portal, but definitely not Facebook.
What's your gut reaction when you hear about doctors maybe being Facebook friends with their patients?
I don't like it. We maintain a friendly relationship with patients who we've known over the years. Somehow it loses its candor and its privacy and its security when you get it on something like Facebook. It seems to be just not something I'd be very interested in.
Twitter, Facebook, do you know any of your colleagues who use those sorts of sites?
Not even the younger colleagues in my office were using it and have all stopped. They start getting nervous by it.
When was the moment when they started to get nervous? Do you remember? Do you remember some stories that were being kicked around?
Oh, as soon as they saw that stuff in the paper about privacy and Facebook being nailed by the government as not being able to keep your stuff private anymore.
So what were they doing before that?
They were using it pretty candidly, almost like you'd use an open telephone. In our office, we have a rule not to use a cell phone in the waiting room. Now, that has nothing to do with all our equipment. That has to do with the things that people say on a cell phone while somebody is listening, and they're usually speaking way too loud, and everybody is listening. And somebody may know somebody's relative, and they're listening to a story, which shouldn't be public. And in all places, it's in a doctor's office. It's usually a medical story. And you start to see the flippant way in which patients use their cell phones, both on Facebook and just conversations, in the public purvey. And you're wondering, what's this person thinking? We even had somebody with an iPad in the waiting room who was showing his mother his rash and what the doctor said.
So you're worried that what people are saying on Facebook and other social networking sites as patients will have an impact on you as a doctor?
Yes, because it's subject to misinterpretation. Other patients will get envious also. I can't possibly be in touch with 1,500 to 2,000 people on Facebook. Why has this person got access to Facebook with me and this other one doesn't? I want access to you.
So if you had 4 or 5 of them as Facebook friends,
I would be minced meat by the other ones who want access.
Do you know of any colleagues, say, outside your practice who've used Facebook or other social networking sites?
Yes, I do. And some of them have had some real catastrophic results. The biggest one being the demand of all their patients to find out. Patients talk to one another. You have large families. You don't even realize who's related to one another. It's like, he's your Facebook friend? Oh, I'm putting him on. And it becomes a real issue of communication.
Well, we spoke to a doctor who uses Facebook and text messaging to better manage hard-to-treat diabetics, kids in high school and college. Doesn't that prove that social networking has value?
I don't know that I do it via Facebook. I would probably want to do it via something that I know is really secure and nobody else can get into, but managing patients by the internet is the future as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's something I'm looking at, and I think that many physicians are looking at. I think patients will be able to even see their blood results, for God's sakes, through a secure portal
But that's somewhere down the road, not now.
I think it's close. I don't think it's somewhere down the road. I think you could probably do it within the next 3 to 6 months here in Canada.
500 million people on the planet have Facebook accounts. The Mayo Clinic is setting up a center for social media to help train doctors and hospitals to use it. So why not get on board now if that's how a growing number of patients and health professionals will be communicating and getting information?
If I was sure that Facebook was 100% secure and it followed all the encryption stuff that the College of Physicians and Surgeons insists on, the last thing you want in the world is to have something come up on Facebook and suddenly you're sitting before the college. The college is not up to this stuff. They want privacy, and I agree with them. So if I'm going to go down that route, and I probably will go down that route because I think it's the right route to go, I need something that I know is private. And if you say the social network, I would say web-based doctor communication to patients. That's what I'm in for. I think that's great. Now, whether it's via a social network or a secure network, that's a matter of semantics.
Just got one more question. If you do get a Facebook account, will you be my friend?
You, yes, because you're a doctor.
Oh, don't feel left out. You can always join our growing social network here at White Coat Black Art. On Twitter at WCBA Dr. Brian. I'm Dr. Brian Goldman. Paul Friedman is taking a pass on sites like Facebook until they become more secure. And if you've been checking the news lately, you can see why. Hospital employees have been caught taking on-the-job photos and posting them on social networking sites. Among the latest incidents, a nurse in Michigan who came face-to-face with a cop killer at work and Facebooked afterwards that she hoped he'd rot in hell.
Cheryl James enjoyed her job here at Oakwood Hospital. She never imagined posting something on Facebook from home, from her own computer on her own time, would get her fired.
I did not give out any of his information. I did not give out his name. I did not mention the hospital. I did not give out his condition.
And while her feelings about the accused cop killer haven't changed, she says she'll think twice about what she posts on Facebook in the future.
Hindsight is 20/20. Would I take back what I did? No. Would I do it in a different manner? Maybe.